everyone. So on my last video that was talking about how to find keyword cannibalization using GSC or Google Search Console, I had a really good question that I wanted to create a video for to answer. And the question is, do you find it concerning if I was only to search concrete contractors, would the individual cities cannibalize each other? Or is there a reason to be concerned about that? So what I wanted to talk about is answer that question. So let's take a look at a local site and talk about cannibalization just a little bit more. So I found a site. This is not my site or a client site, but I found a site that targets Austin on the homepage, Round Rock on an inner page, Georgetown, and Pflugerville. All of these are different cities being targeted on different pages. Now, if a searcher for concrete contractors was in Austin and they did a search that only said concrete contractors, are they going to see Pflugerville or Georgetown cannibalizing within the Austin search? And the answer is no, you will not see that, because when you do a search on Google, even if I was to just search concrete contractors without the city name, the search localizes itself to the IP address that you're hitting it from. So if I'm currently in Austin and I do a search just for concrete contractors, it's going to localize to the Austin area and their Austin page will show up in search. If I changed my IP address to Round Rock and I did a search for just concrete contractors, the search will localize itself and only show you the results for Round Rock within that city. And this particular site does show the Round Rock page in search. This is a search for local services, concrete contractors, tree services, roofing, flooring. Google understands that when I'm searching concrete contractors without a city specification, Google understands to grab my IP and then show me what is around the area that I'm in if I don't specify the city myself in the search. So what we won't have issues with is keyword cannibalization with the cities when the search is being localized. However, if you have set up your website incorrectly, you will see cannibalization issues, but it's not because of Google and it's not because of how the person is searching. It's because you have targeted the same keyword across multiple pages. Localized searches, it is rare and hard to get them cannibalized unless you've set up your site incorrectly. And that happens a lot, by the way. I have settled a ton of cannibalization issues within local sites, but it was because of how you set up the site that was causing it, not because of Google and how it localizes the pages. So when a searcher's doing concrete contractors, they're searching for it and they don't specify a city, the IP is going to specify to Google what city to show. So those pages will not cannibalize unless they target Austin, concrete contractors Austin on the homepage, and then they target again on an inner page or a blog page, which happens often. Then you will see, excuse me, then you will see cannibalization issues on a local site. However, I have seen cannibalization issues if the city name is very similar. So let's say the city names are, you have a North Round Rock, and let's say we had a South Round Rock. I don't know, I can't think of a better example. Those would probably cannibalize depending on if Google truly understands they're two different cities and you have specified enough within your content that this is the North and this is the South. Now, let's pretend North Round Rock and South Round Rock are two different cities. I have seen slight cannibalization issues when the cities sound the same. So it's like North Round Rock or South Round Rock, or I think there were towns in Florida, actually cities in Florida that had the same city name, but with a slight difference in the beginning. Those I've seen cannibalize. I have seen sites that do target North Round Rock and South Round Rock, even though Round Rock is one city, and the North and the South have cannibalized because they didn't specify enough with enough entities that you're talking about the North and you're talking about the South. And so most of the time, North and South references of cities, if you use it on different pages, they will cannibalize. Most of the time, you can hit North and South Round Rock with the same page easily. We do see cannibalization within the cities. Most of the time, it's due to how you set up the website that's causing the problem. Searches, even if I were to only search for concrete contractors, it orients to the IP that I'm in. So what I'm not going to do is if I search concrete contractors and I'm in Austin, Google would not show me the Round Rock page because it knows I'm in Austin, and they have localized this Austin page enough that Google knows this is for Austin. So if I'm hitting with an IP Austin address, this is the page that shows up. And I did do some searches. I'm not going to make you watch it because it's like paint drying on a wall, but I did do oriented searches for Austin, Round Rock, Pflugerville, Georgetown, and all of these appropriate pages did show up. I also checked in Ahrefs. There are not cannibalization issues within these pages. So I hope that answers your question. Do we see cannibalization on local sites? Absolutely. Most of the time, it's because of how we set up the site. We've set it up incorrectly. Now, do we need to worry if we checked in the back of Google Search Console and I looked up concrete contractors, would I see some type of cannibalization in Google Search Console? Most of the time, we would not. But let me rephrase that. What I'm meaning is we're not going to see the Round Rock page competing with the Austin page. We're not going to see the Georgetown page competing with the Round Rock page. Those city pages are not going to share time with each other because the searches are localized. However, if we peeled this all the way back and searched the national term concrete contractors, some of these city pages might cannibalize on the national level at that point for some of the searches for concrete contractors. However, and you would see that in the back of the tools. However, these searches are so well localized, Google understands to show you the city that you are in when you search with concrete contractors. So if you're tracking rankings for the term concrete contractors, but you have not localized it in your keyword tools, you will see some cannibalization there, but there's nothing to worry about on a local level. I hope that clears it up. I hope I answered your question precisely. If not, leave me another question and I'll create another video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.